Hi friends, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing. Welcome and thank you so very much for joining me. This is weekend updates where I tell you what's been going on in the craft room, maybe show you a few things I'm working on, and I'm puttering, so I thought I would work with this stamp a little bit while we talk because I'm working on my December daily. So first of all, that is what I've been working on. I didn't make a video of getting the book itself ready, but I do have the book ready, and I was thinking about making some process videos of doing the days and puttering. And it's a little tricky to do a December daily type journal and share it all because, I don't know, maybe it's private, but the reality of it is I don't have that much going on. I can always put stuff in pockets or cover it up. That is a fun one. Okay, that's the first time I've actually used that stamp. And to use a stamp for the first time and have it come out that nice, wow. It's Blue Fern Studios, made in the US, one of our smaller companies. Love it. Check them out. Look at that lusciousness. And I put it on, I'm smelling it. It must be tea-dyed paper because my coffee-dyed paper still smells. So this is my December daily. I took the wrapping paper cover that I had made at the beginning of this year probably and put 2 signatures in it and used some stickers that I had. They weren't as dark as I would have liked, but I didn't want thickers or anything that would stick out when I put it in and out of the shelf. 2020 with an ancient sticker that had been sitting around forever, and really bright blue floss I chose. And then I don't know if it shows on the cover, but I inked the edges with, the package is not the same color, but the ink is really cobalt archival ink. And the reason I chose archival is this is wrapping paper. It's a little slick. So I figured that I needed to stick with that or it might not dry well and get on my hands. It probably would have dried okay overnight. Let's see. It seems fine. I mean, I have ink on my hands, but not from that. So I put all sorts of goodness in here, and I didn't plan it. I didn't think about it. I just said, I like that. This is from Noni's Silhouette. She cut out Let It Snow, and it's probably been in my winter stuff for, I don't know, at least a year. I think it might have been the year before that we cut it out. I'm not sure. So I decided to use that, and I love it on the contrast to the navy. This is some paper that I got in Happy Mail, and I'm not going to say who sent me what because I'm sure I'll mess it up, but I appreciate each and every one of you, and you'll recognize things in here that you sent me. And then some paper. This is from that Bow Bunny yellow, blue, and purple pad, and I had dyed the back of it, so the back is also blue. And then I used some stickers and vellum. This is something that Andrea embossed on with the stamp that she got, and then I dyed it. A gel print. I mean, this is going to be a fun book. Look at this. This is that paper that I just very recently got. That actually is from Brandy. That one I know because we just got it. And it's close to my heart for you blue lovers if you missed that. And I'm going to go back and ink the edges. So far, I think I've only inked this front piece of paper, one, but I'll ink the edges. Then I have, these are like gift bags or something that I got at Tuesday morning, and a map of the US, and blue chip. In Oregon, we had green stamps. I looked at these and they were from California, but I love them. And a gel print. Actually, no, it's just a print. It was ink and, I don't know, it might be a dish strainer. I don't know what that thing is. A cake. I like cakes. There is not rhyme or reason to this book. It is things I like. Things that were, this has been in my stash forever. I think it's like from SEI or someone. It has silver foiling on it and I like it. It's things that make me happy. And in your book, that's what you should have. This paper was long, so I had the ability to fold it over. I could do a tip out or something. Same here. I didn't necessarily make them all fit. This was in Happy Mail, and it is wonderful to touch. So I just decided to use nearly the whole sheet in my book. And it feels kind of like fabric. And that's one thing. I was going to get the fabric out and then I got sidetracked and I didn't. So I might have bits of fabric, but I don't have whole fabric pages. More paper from that Bow Bunny pack that I like. This stuff, I was making cards, and once I dyed it, it was really warped. Or maybe I was making journals, so I put it in my junk journal stuff. Here's a white enamel sticker. Those white stickers are great on dark paper. Hostas, I love hostas, so they're in my book. I don't know anything about that, but it's cool. So just pick things that you like. This is my Valentine's Day card, and all these envelopes. What I'm going to do is I tore a bunch of them, so just for variety, I'm going to cut this. In my book, you're not going to see a lot of doilies. You're not going to see a bunch of really formal punches. You're going to see torn edges, inky things, maybe rounded edges mixed in. Just a mess. And that's because this book is for me. They're all different, right? Every time I make one, here's the other part of that. This is my Valentine's Day card envelope. I think it says Happy Valentine's Day on it. I save them all. So I think this is going to be a super fun December daily. And as we go through it, you're going to see a lot of these papers remind me of snow or winter nights, and they'll be great for white backgrounds and stuff. I didn't do mixed media techniques just because I was trying to get the book sewed together and I didn't want to get sidetracked and have dry time and stuff. But I'm not necessarily just going to focus on winter. Like you saw hostas and flowers in here. It'll just be things I like. I think it's going to be super fun. And I expect it to get fat and chunky. And this is only maybe the second book that I've done with multiple signatures. I should have actually filmed it. It was one of those things where it just went together like butter. And of course I didn't film it. But whatever. That happens. I'm going to put some envelopes in it. I haven't chosen the spot or anything, so I don't think I'll dink around on camera. Usually when I do art journaling or junk journaling videos, I make the video and then I edit out all the parts where I looked for paper for 10 minutes and stuff. But when you put envelopes and things like that in, it's really simple. You just take a wider washi tape. Like, don't try one of these narrow ones. This one's great because of the width. I just don't love the pattern as much because I like more random, not so geometric. But actually, I might use it just because this one's good too. So you just put it in there. You look at the spot. I'll use this because it'll be easier to see on camera too. And if you need to use a wide washi tape, maybe it's not the right color or maybe it's not even blue, you can always go over it after you use it to do that. We'll call it the installation, okay? So get a piece of washi tape, go about this long, get some glue. I use glue because the washi will curl and things will come apart. You can sort of just put it together and then lift the edges. I do that a lot. So what I'm going to do is, I want it on this page. I'm going to put this washi about halfway. I'm not going to worry too much about if it's straight because it's a nice wide washi. That's the advantage to using a wider one. And maybe if you do this all the time, you're watching me thinking, oh, she's terrible at that. Yeah, I'm fine with that too. Okay, then the second one, I usually, depending on more access and stuff, I'll get some more glue in there. And then you just glue it in. And you can do both sides. I usually do. More for aesthetics and interest, actually. But it's stable after the first one. It has glue on two sides. It flips and flops. And you're done. That's it. That is the secret to putting an envelope in your junk journal. I know. It was very hard. So I'm going to put this one in too. Notice that it's not all blue. Who cares? It's beautiful. And I'm going to leave the stamps and everything. I've just fixed it so her address doesn't show. I even left her a little butterfly. That way, and flip throughs, and while I'm talking and not paying attention on a live, I'm not showing you her address. Let me know if you want to see this, because if I don't see a couple of comments about, yes, I want to see the process, there might not be process. Because it does take a while, but it's fun, and I'm doing it either way. If you aren't familiar with December Daily, sorry, real quick, get a journal, a book, anything. and write about what goes on in your family every day in December or the first 25 days, whatever you want to do. It's not a religious thing. It is a sort of a gratefulness and seeing your families. How come I can never remember that word? Not habits. Come on. This is why we need to do this live, right? But there's a lag, so you can't help me anyway. Traditions. You see your traditions. Do you string popcorn? Do you make amazing hot chocolate? Oh my gosh. Try Tanisha's hot chocolate with hot chocolate, marshmallow cream, and then whipped cream on top. Oh my gosh. Now you cannot have that every day. And be careful because it is like sugar overload, but it's amazing. So I'm going to work on the journal, and that's what I'm working on today. My organizational series in my craft room, you'll see if you've been watching all my videos, it's out of sequence, right? I made videos and then just set them aside. What I was trying to do was make sure that I didn't start rolling them out before it had an end. I didn't want it to be like a 6-month organizational process. I have filmed the end and then I pulled out the blue. So today my room is a mess, but I'll talk about that in the video. I think the difference is I can clean it up now. I went so far as, like, I would pick up a sticker sheet and I would pick up a sticker sheet. Let's use this as an example. And I would say, okay, yeah, I'm not going to use this hat. And I would put that in the go away pile. Or I would take the sticker sheet, use the snowman. The snowman was a great example. I wanted the snowman. I peeled him off, put him in my book, and put the sticker sheet in the go away pile. It has been working great. And I've noticed the go away pile is getting smaller. It's still going away, but in the beginning, the washer and dryer would be covered in like 2 or 3 hours of decluttering. That is definitely working for me. Find kids near you, or it works really well if it's a neighbor, because what I did was I put the stuff on the porch, and then yesterday, for example, I just waved at them and talked to them through the window. I didn't even go outside. Tricky times, you figure it out. So my organizational series, I'm going to be working on my December daily. I gave away all the cards I made. All those Christmas cards are gone. I didn't write in them and send them out. I can't remember if I told you, but I gave them out in batches. Like, I gave a bunch to my neighbor to spread joy. My plan for this year was to send out like thankfulness or gratefulness cards in November, and clearly I haven't done that. So if I'm going to send cards, I better get to it. I have so many of you on my list from getting to know you on Instagram or from Happy Mail that you know, I want to send some. I'd rather make them. Honestly, I'd rather make the cards. And I am really enjoying this Barely Art Precision Craft Glue. I don't know if I should make another video and officially say it or what, but if you messaged me today and said, should I buy the art glitter or the Barely Art, I would say buy the Barely Art. And I find that big weird stuff sticks really well, so I like that. And there was something else that I did this week that I thought, okay, that is the difference. I haven't had any trouble with my sequins. My sequins coming off. I did some stars. This is my A and my B. They're both on there. So I don't know. But I really like the bottle, the dispenser. I've had less trouble. Oh, I know what it was. I know what it was, you guys. So I was crafting away. I do use them equally. It's not uncommon when I go to tidy up that neither bottle has a pin in it and I have to go looking for them. So I've ribboning one and washing the other so I can find them. I was making something. It was super important to me. I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh, I was working on the quilt scrapbook pages for my mom. And I had pulled the cover off of this to glue something together. And I turned around and it was a fountain. It was doing that fountain thing. So imagine you're working on a scrapbook page where you've had your neighbor print the page for you, the paper, and you've ordered your pictures, and then your glue turns into a fountain. I don't know. Maybe that is just me. Maybe this is the weird vortex of humidity and temperature here in my craft room. That alone, I can't recommend this to somebody who's learning to craft and trying things and then they have that to deal with. So I think it's temperature that starts it. The only way to stop it is to either get the bottle open, which is hard to do while it's fountaining glue, or you get it cleaned up enough and you get your pin back in. Maybe that doesn't happen. Comment below. Noni, does that happen to you? I think you got to go barely art. And with this dispenser system, is that what we're calling it? With the tips and everything it comes with, I think it's good. This one is so hard to get on the first time and figure out if you did a good job. They're both good glue, but there's something weird, and the bottle for sure. And somebody asked if you could switch the tops, and I haven't checked that. I don't know. Somebody else should try that. It's possible that art glitter glue is slightly less glossy. Can't remember what I was trying to tell you or why that came up. And I glued in a tuck spot. And you'll notice in this journal, I'm going to mix the age stuff and the bright, beautiful stuff because I like them both. And I don't just like grunge. And I'm not planning to be too careful about just putting thin, flat stuff in it. It's not like I have to mail it anywhere. Anyway, I need to make some cards, which I'll have all the beautiful blue stuff. So I'll have inspiration. It's just all strung out all over. And then I need to figure out my goals for 2021 and collabs. I'm definitely thinking there needs to be a blue collab. I don't know about having blue and mixed media. Maybe I'll just do blue because I don't want to run that many. I mean, I want to be in a collab, but I don't know that I want to run that many. There's like these background emails and you got to get the list right, and then people don't participate or their links are bad. It's a big step for me. Thanks so much for watching. I hope if you're here in the US, you had a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend and it was very relaxing for the holiday. And everywhere else, I hope you had a great weekend too. We, in our household, traditionally, we don't do a Christmas tree a lot, but I think we're going to this year just because, well, there's just not that much going on. And I love the smell, and I love to sit and drink coffee with just the lights on the tree on. Wilson and a Christmas tree, wish me luck. It's never been done here. I realized he's been here 6 years and we haven't had one. So we're thinking strategically about where our tree goes in the room and how that will work with the cats. I know that Wilson has this very docile image from some of my videos because he's always sleeping in the background, but he has a devil boy side. Hopefully it'll all work out with the Christmas tree and we will still have safe cats at the end. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you take time for crafting and relaxing today. Bye-bye.